Okay guys, so today I will be explaining about what this sine, cosine, and tangent of an angle means. Let's say we have a right angle triangle like this, and we have an angle, let's say in here we have 30°. Okay, so if I want to know the value of sine 30°, sine of this angle here, you can just use your calculator to calculate it. So I have here sine 30 is equals to 1/2. So I'm going to do it again. Look at the sign and then write down 30 and equals to. So make sure that your calculator set to degree, because we have degree and radian here. So we're going to use the degree. So it's set in your calculator. The value of sine 30° is equals to 1/2. So what does this number mean? It means that the ratio of the opposite and the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle will be 1/2. So in this right angle triangle, the opposite side is this one, and the hypotenuse is this one, right? So let's say I know that the opposite is 1 centimeter. So because this is 30°, it means that the ratio of this opposite and the hypotenuse is 1/2, right? So if this is 1, then this will be 2. Okay, let's say I have another number. Let's say it's not 1. Let's say the opposite is I'm gonna erase that. Let's say the opposite is equals to 3 centimeter. Okay, again, because the ratio of the opposite and hypotenuse is 1/2, it means that the hypotenuse will be twice of this length, right? So this will be 6 centimeter. Let's say I have a right angle triangle again. I'm gonna draw it bigger. And the angle in here, let's say it's this one here. Let's say it's 60°. Okay, now I want to know the value of cosine 60°. Say I want to know the value of cosine 60°. Okay, again, you can use your calculator to calculate the value of cosine 60. Okay, I'm gonna use the calculator again. Cosine 60. And then press equal sign, and then you have this number here. So it's 1/2. So again, what does that mean? It means that the ratio of the adjacent side and with the hypotenuse is 1/2, right? So let's find the adjacent side. So the adjacent side is in here, right? And this one is the hypotenuse. So the ratio of the adjacent and the hypotenuse is 1/2. It means that the hypotenuse will be twice of the adjacent. Okay, so if I put a number here, let's say I know that the hypotenuse, is 12 centimeter. So because we know that we have a 60° of angle in here, and the hypotenuse is 12, it means that the adjacent of this side here will be like half of this, right? So this will be like 6 centimeter. If you look here, cosine 60° will be equals to the adjacent over the hypotenuse, right? And as we know here, the adjacent is 6 centimeter and the hypotenuse is 12 centimeter. Notice that if you simplify this fraction, right, we can just cancel the units, and then 6/12, simplify the fraction, you will get 1/2, right? You will get the same number as this one. Okay, let's have another example. We have a right angle triangle. We know the angle, one of the angle is 45°, and we know that this side here is 5 centimeter. Let's say I would like to know the value of tangent 45°. So again, you can use your calculator to find the value of tangent 45. Okay, tangent 45 is equals to 1. So we can write this number 1 as 1 over 1 or 2 over 2 or any number as long as the number on the top and on the numerator and the denominator are the same but they're not 0. Okay, so what does this mean? It means that the ratio, as we know that the tangent is equals to the opposite over the adjacent, right? It means that the ratio of the opposite and the adjacent is 1 by 1. Okay, so let's find out where the opposite and adjacent is in this triangle. So we have the side in front of 90 degree, which is the hypotenuse. This side in front of the 45 degree, which is the opposite, and it leaves this one as the adjacent, right? So because it's just 1 over 1, right? Because the number on the numerator will be this is the same with the denominator, right? So if this is 5 centimeter, if the adjacent is 5 centimeter, then the opposite will also be 5 centimeter because it's 1 over 1, right? Here are some examples that you might find. Use your calculator to evaluate the value of sine 60 degree, cosine 53 degree, and tangent 30 degree. So these are just examples. So because because the instruction is to use a calculator, so you only need to put this on into your calculator. So let's do that. The first question is sine 60 degree. So just click on the sine and then write down 60. And then you press equal sign, you'll get this number here. So you only need to write this as your final answer. Square root of 3 over 2. Okay, the next question is cosine 53 degree. Again, you only need to write that down in your calculator. Okay, so in here I have 0.601815. So I'm going to round this up to 3 decimal place. So it will be 0.602. And the last one is tangent 30. Again, I'm going to use a calculator. And then I will have this number, square root of 3 over 3. If you notice here, the answer can be as like a fraction like this, or it can be decimal. So it depends on the questions, whether it needs for you to answer in decimals. So you write that in decimals. So if you want to make this into decimal, so you can just convert that into decimals. Okay, so here is another example. We have a right angle triangle, which this side here is x, this side is x, this side is 15 centimeter, and this angle here is 37 degree. So the question is for A is calculate the value of sine 37 degree. So again, if the question is just ask you to find the value of sine, cosine, or tangent of an angle in which the angle is known, you can use your calculator to find the value of that sine, cosine, or tangent. So in here we have sine 37. We're going to use the calculator again. Sine 37. Okay, sine 37 degree is equals to 0.601815. I'm going to round this up into 3 decimal place, so I will get 0.602. Okay, the next question is calculate the value of x. So as we know, this is a right angle triangle, and then we know in this right angle triangle, we have this side, the 15 centimeter side. This is what we call the hypotenuse. I'm going to name that with the hypotenuse. And as we know, the side assigned by x is the upside. As we connect this opposite and hypotenuse, we know that the ratio of the opposite and the hypotenuse is the sine of an angle, right? As we know that the angle is 37 degrees, it means that if I write it down, it means that the sine of 37 degree will be equals to the opposite over the hypotenuse. And we know that the opposite is x and the hypotenuse is 15. So if I have sine 37 degree is equals to x over 15, it means that if I move this 15 here, right, going this way here, so it means that the sine 37 will be multiplied by 15 will result the x, right? So I'm going to write now, so it's 15 times sine of 37 degree. Again, be careful, it's not 15 times 37. This 37 is here, right? So you multiply with the value of sine 37, not just 37, will be equals to x. As you know, because the value of sine 37, you have already calculated that from question A, so you only need to substitute that, will be 0 times 0.602 will be equals to x. And then you will get a result of 9.03. And don't forget, because it's in centimeter, so you write down the value or the unit.